All right, let's go. My name is Jason. The channel is a chain of blocks. And in this video, my new strategy for generating lots of crypto passive income. Now, if you've watched previous videos, we've talked about dark crypto, we've talked about Cronos, and we've talked about Finance. Now, I'm going to show you what's happening with those investments here in just a second. But in this video, we're taking a look at a new seigniorage coin with V3S Finance, and we've touched on it a little bit in the past. But in this video, I'm going to show you how you can really get involved with some of their liquidity pools that are paying a ton right now. And if you look over here at DeFi Llama, we bring up Cronos chain, which is currently in the number 9 spot here. If you look at all the applications, obviously you have Finance, VVS Finance on top there, but look here in the number 8 spot, moving up very quickly in the early days, V3S Finance, guys. So look, I want to show you what you can do to lock in really probably the most insane rewards and then stake on top of it to multiply. But I do want to start over here because if you remember, we did a video on dark crypto. We've done 2 videos actually on dark crypto where we staked a couple of different times, but I want to show you this one right here. The other one's doing great as well, staking that as well. But look, $748 you can see right now is my current deposit. If we look right here, still involved in this liquidity pool, which is V3S and Wrap CRO. Currently, look, it's down a little bit. If you bring this up right now, it's down. So look, $1,000 is generating $81 per day. It used to be up at like 320. So look, when I put these things out, generally people flock to these things, and just a lot of people come to these things in the early days and flood the liquidity, which is what they're trying to do, but then the rewards do taper off. So that's why we got to keep it fresh, bring you the new ones all the time. But I do want to mention this because I deposited $500. You can see right now this is up to $748. And as you know, anything over that $500 initial investment, I am donating to the Ukrainian government. We've been doing this. I've been doing it by myself. I've been doing it on behalf of everyone that watches this channel, and I'll leave links to that in the description box below. Also, guys, we've been doing Cronos, and I know you've been leaving comments like, hey, this is not sustainable, this is a Ponzi scheme. That may be true, and I'm being very transparent about this. I am not saying go invest your life savings in Cronos. However, I am now on day 12, and as we know, once you get past day 20, should we not see a collapse in the price of CRN token, it's basically all gravy after that. So look, I got in at about $28, $29. At the time of this recording, we'll take a look. CRN is going for $37.93. It's been up as high as like $42, $43. I don't know what's going to happen. At this point, would I buy another node? I don't know that I would. So that's just me being honest, but hey, I'm getting these rewards are coming in every single day. That is for sure. You can see right here, I have 4 CRN in my wallet, so I'm going to use it for what I'm going to show you here today. And the last thing I want to show you is this. This is what we're going to be looking at here deeply today. This is V3S Finance, and that V3S, I always want to say VS3, but it's V3S. Very, very, very simple finance. So look, this is an algorithmic token that is pegged to VVS token. So look, we've been seeing these pop up not just obviously in Cronos, we've been covering a lot of these lately, these seigniorage tokens, but also for Tomb on the Phantom network. There's others as well. So this is becoming increasingly popular. And I think this whole idea of algorithmic peg tokens is not going away. So look, you can see the total value locked up here, over 28 million. This is growing very, very fast. When we look back here at DeFi Llama, you can see number 8 spot, currently up. It says just 4% over the past 7 days, but look, this hasn't even calculated for the 7-day period yet. It would probably be up quite a bit over that time period. So I want to show you all the steps you have to take. And what we're going to do is we're going to get involved in this pool right here. And if we back this up just a little bit, what is this pool? So if you come over here to VVS Finance, they have these different pages. First one we're going to take a look at is the Pacific page. And that's where you can go and lock up some liquidity in some very high paying liquidity pools. So look, this one right here is the one we're going to be doing right here. It's V3S and VVS LP tokens. And then you're rewarded in something called V-Share tokens. So as we know with these seigniorage tokens, they have a cash token, they have a share token, and they have a bond token. And all these 3 tokens work to make sure that the main token, which is the cash token or the V3S token, remains the same price as the token that it's pegged to. In this case, VVS. So look, we're going to take advantage of this one. If you come into this, Right now, it just went down a little bit. So look, these things are very volatile as far as how much you're actually going to earn. At the time of this right now, currently paying a daily return of 10.89%. So that means on a $1,000 investment, this would pay about $108 a day, roughly. Somewhere in there, don't hold me to that math. And look, it pays you out in this V share token. And then what you can do is you come over here from the Pacific over to the Atlantic. You can take those V share tokens, and look, by staking those, you're actually going to earn over 3,000% annual percentage rate. And here's the breakdown right here. So you can see all the returns there. And what this is basically what a seigniorage token is anytime they need to produce more, which they are producing more of the V3S token to keep it up to pace with the VVS token, they are paying out to these stakers. So if you stake here, you're going to get this, and the expansion rate right now is 4.5%. So look, I believe it's every 6 hours or so, that's when this is paid out. So look, by staking, earning in the Pacific, staking on the Atlantic, you can turn some really, really nice returns. And our goal here is to turn 1,000 into 4,500 in 15 days. Hey, look, the numbers do support that we can get there. I'm going to show you all the steps that we need to take to get doing that, and we're going to stake this liquidity. So stick with me. We're getting into it right now. All right, and I do want to mention this real quick because we've talked about how you stake this liquidity and provide this liquidity on these different applications, but a lot of you have been asking in the comment section, how do you withdraw? And I'm just going to do it real simple on this one here. This is on dark crypto, but they all work generally the same way. And look, it's basically all the steps that you take to stake the liquidity in reverse. And I'm not going to do it all the way, but you would come over here, bring this up. It defaults to the deposit page, but you simply come over here to the withdrawal page. You can withdraw the max, and when you withdraw this, obviously it's going to ask you to authorize it, pay this fee, and then once you have those liquidity tokens, you'll see LP tokens in your wallet. What you can do is simply hit this remove liquidity, brings you over to V3S Finance, and what you can do, it takes you right here to their swap page, but defaults you to the liquidity part of the page. And then you'll have LP tokens in your wallet. You can say how much you want to do, whether it's 50% or the 75 max, whatever it is you want to do. And then once you enter an amount, you'll enable and you'll authorize that transaction. What that will do is it will break it up. So instead of having those LP tokens, you'll have the amount of W or WRAP CRO and V3S. So I'm not going to do it right now because, as I've said, this investment is earning for Ukraine, but that is how you would do it if you did want to do it. So let's get involved in what I want to do here. And as I said, I'm going to take these Cronos, these 4 CRN that are in my wallet right here. And look, hey, I'm participating in Cronos, and I'm not talking badly about it. I'm not saying it's a scam or a Ponzi scheme or anything like that. I'm also not investing more in it. And I'm also not necessarily keeping my CRN just staying here. If I miss out on a little bit of the profit, hey, this seems very highly dangerous. Maybe not dangerous, but high risk for sure. And look, I don't mind necessarily swapping out one high risk for another high risk, and that's kind of what we're doing here today. So first step is obviously 1 CRN every single day. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm going to claim all. And one thing I will say, as you see this fee pop up for 0.9 CRO, if you don't need the CRN every day, don't claim it every day. You'll still get hit with the 0.1 or the 10%. Basically, you get 0.9 every time you withdraw. They give you 1 per day, but they take a 10% fee. But if you want to save a little bit on these CRO fees, let 4 build up because they're pretty much going to pay the same CRO fee whether you do 1 or whether you withdraw 4. So hey, I'm going to withdraw these. We'll confirm that. That'll go through. Next step is what we're going to do here is to swap out these CRN tokens. The only exchange that liquidity is available for this swap is Cronos Swap. So we'll come back over here to Cronos Swap. We'll let my CRN tokens process and go through. Once they're available, we'll swap that out and we'll continue on to the next transaction. All right, so we can see right here, bring up the MetaMask, and we can see we have the 3.6 CRN tokens. So that's what I'm talking about. There was 10% tax, 4 withdrawals, goes back into the reward pool. All right, so back here at Cronos Swap, we'll do the swap from. This is going to be CRN. And you can see here we're the 3.6. So that'll be the swap from. I'm going to do the max on that one. And the 2, look, this is the pair we're going to do. So if we come back over here, we're doing V3S along with VVS. So we need an equal amount of both of those tokens. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to come over here to Cronos Swap, and I'm going to see if they have V3S or VVS token to swap here. They have V3S. So I'll do that one first. I'm going to do this amount all to V3S. It says insufficient liquidity. Sometimes it just takes a second, so I'll let it go for a second, see if that does pop up. If not, we'll try the other one, the VVS token. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to come up here, so we'll try VVS. And VVS is not an option. So what we'll do is we'll do CRN to CRO, because CRO is the most easily swappable token on Cronos, obviously. So look, we'll come back over here, we'll do CRO, that amount there, so we will swap this out. This is basically one CRO transaction fee. I'm going to confirm. CRO right now is about 43 cents. Okay, so now we've done that. That'll go through in a minute. We'll go through, and now we need to get an equal amount of both tokens that we're going to stake for liquidity before we can buy our LP tokens. So let's keep it moving over here. We'll go back to the V3S swap. We'll swap tokens, and then we'll add liquidity. All right, back here now on the V3S Finance swap page, we're going to add both tokens. We need an equal amount of both V3S and VVS tokens to take part in this pool. So first thing we're going to do is we'll use the tether that we have here. So we have some tether here. I'm going to do USDT. We'll make it simple, doing $1,000 total. So we're going to do 500 to start, 500 USDT. And here we're going to do V3S, that one. The other one we're going to do is VVS. So both tokens available here. We'll do this one first, V3S. $500 worth, shows us how much we're going to get there. Make sure all of the information looks correct here. We're going to swap that out. Looks all good. Confirm swap. This will come up here. 1.3, so a little bit high on the transaction fees. That's about $1.20. Confirm that. Let that run through. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get the other token, which is the VVS token. Because look, if you look back over here, this is the pool we're taking place in. VVS and V3S. Those are the two tokens we need. So let's get the other one right now. So we'll just use the rest of the USDT that we have here. We'll convert that over to the other token that we need, which is VVS. So we'll type that in here. And I'll do 400 of USDT. That'll bring it up there. Perfect. We'll swap that out. We'll let that go through. Then we'll have $500 worth of one, $400 worth of the other, and we'll make up the difference here with one last transaction, and we'll get those LP tokens. So we submitted that. We'll let that run through. And while we're doing that, we need about $100 worth of CRO converted over to VVS. So if we bring back over here, this is Cronos. I'll just refresh this page right here. So this is what CRO is going for. Currently 39, just under 40 cents. So we need $100 worth. So we need 252 CRO swap out for the VVS token. So we'll come back over here, select CRO. We need 252. Oops, yeah, we'll do 253 just to be on the safe side. And we will swap this out, confirm that swap there. We will obviously pay this transaction fee here, which is not too bad, 0.8 CRO. We'll let that run through here, guys. In a minute, we'll come over here. It's just gonna take 1 second to go through. As you've seen, we'll come right over here to this liquidity tab. And now you can see no liquidities found, but that just did go through. We can now add liquidity, which we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna select the two tokens that I wanna add liquidity for. So again, V3S and VVS. We have about the same amount of each. So I'm just gonna select the max over here and make sure that this, so yeah, we have a little bit less V3S than we do VVS, so we'll do the max over here. And yep, that should go through. So we'll have to enable VVS to be spent, which we'll do right here. That is a 10-cent transaction fee. So that's gonna go through in 1 second. Once that goes through, we should be able to supply that liquidity. Perfect. And now you can see the supply option becomes available after we've enabled. So we'll supply, check all the details right here. Everything looks good. We'll confirm that supply. Again, as you know, 1.3 CRO to get these LP tokens. And that's what we're getting right now. We're combining the two tokens into one token, which are called LP or liquidity provider tokens. And those are what we're going to go stake over on that other pool right here, right over here, which is called the Pacific. And this is what generates that huge daily return. So you're staking these, allowing for V3S to up their liquidity, up their total value locked on chain, and also allow people to come to this swap, just like I did, and exchange tokens. So every time that happens, they're collecting a little fee. All right, first thing we need to do, we come over here, we need to approve this. So we're approving this application to spend our LP tokens. So we click on this, MetaMask, of course, will pop up here. This is a 9-cent transaction fee. Of course, I will confirm that. That'll go through in just a second. Then we'll have the ability, it should populate a new screen that says stake or something else, and we'll be able to stake our LP tokens. All right, you can see here we moved over. We have the plus and minus, makes it pretty easy. Plus when you want to add the LP tokens, minus, yep, you got it when you want to withdraw the LP tokens. Couldn't be any easier than that. We hit the plus sign, we see what's there. Here is our LP tokens. This is what I just did. This is what the whole process is leading up to here. So now I'm going to take this max, I'm going to confirm this, and now we're going to add these LP tokens here. We're going to confirm this here. This will go through in just 1 second. We should see this adjust and we should start earning the rewards. All right, you can see right there, the stake was successful. Tells you all the details right there. Of course, you can go look that up on Chronoscan if you want to see all the transaction details. But look right here, we have the 997 staked. And look, it's been like 1 second, already some rewards coming in there. And again, these will just add up accumulatively. It's going up, you can see it going up right in front of your eyes here. And of course, as you add or leave this in for a longer period of time, it grows and grows exponentially. So I'm going to leave this in here. We'll see how this goes. We'll see what we experience as far as impermanent loss on, what happens to VShare, what happens to V3S, what happens to all three of these tokens that are in play. I'm also going to, after a couple of days, come right here and claim these rewards. So I'll have these VShare tokens. I will go back over to the Atlantic as I showed you, and I will stake them for additional rewards. So I'm going to show you in a week or so, maybe I can't wait that long, maybe 5 days, we'll come back, we'll do a recap, and I'll show you all the results. And if you have more applications on Cronos, more DeFi applications you want me to try out, demo on this channel, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you're interested in more crypto passive income, DeFi on Cronos, check out this series right here. Until the next time, be safe.